Well, this is about stories behind the songs. And so you're in LA. We'll skip ahead. And you're a football player. So you got a flag football kind of thing going. And you know the story I'm leading into. So pick it up from there.
I was playing flag football with a group of guys in L.A., and one of those guys was Lee Majors, who was a $6 million man. I called up to Lee's house one time, and he had just started dating Farrah Fawcett. And Farrah answered the phone, and I'd already met her and known her through Lee, and just during the course of the conversation, she said that she was packing her clothes to take the midnight plane to Houston to visit her family. And kind of a little bell went off when she said midnight plane to Houston. Sounded like a song title to me. So right after I got off the phone with her, I picked up my guitar and I wrote Midnight Plane to Houston, which was, I thought, kind of a pop country song like Glenn Campbell was doing. That's the way it started. You know, it was like a pop country thing. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think it'd be an R&B record. I mean, that wasn't even in my mind, you know. I was just hoping I'd get some kind of a country cut on it. Gladys had cut neither one of us. That was my first number one record. And we kind of had, my publisher had kind of formed a relationship with her, and when we did Midnight Plane to Houston, I think he sent that to her too. But before she got around to it, Sonny Limbo called, my publisher, and said he would like to cut it on Cissy Houston, who is Whitney's mother.
Right.
But he said, you know, I'd really like to have a more R&B sounding title. Would you mind if we changed the title? And I don't even think my publisher asked what title. But I guess they had talked it over and felt that it did have more of an R&B flavor. Sissy's record of it, though, was a cross between a country record and an R&B record.
Okay.
It had a nice little easy low, you know, it wasn't straight R&B. But it was a good record. And then I think Larry sent that to Gladys, or she heard it or something, and
this is back in the day where just because somebody else put it out a little while before, they'd put it out again and again. Aren't you glad? They would never do that these days.
oh,
It's
I know.
another artist put it out.
We you know, we had no idea it was going to stay Midnight Train to Georgia. We were pitching Midnight Plane to Houston and everything, but Gladys wanted to change it. But now she's the one that said didn't take planes, she took trains. And being from Georgia, that was a natural for them. There was an article in Gold Mine magazine on its 35th anniversary of the song. And Tony Camillo, they were talking, I think they cut 3 different tracks on it, different ways, and then picked the one they thought had the most potential. And Gladys just, man, she sang it.
Isn't it one of the best records ever?
You know, I'm amazed that it has lasted like it's lasted. It is a very timeless record, you know, and they've used it on American Idol for, well,
Right.
not this year, but going back about 5 years. They did it about 5 or 6 years in a row. They used it on American Idol. So it introduced it every year.
Well, we're going to ask you to play Midnight Train kind of the way you did it.
L.A. proved too much for the girl, so she's leaving the life she's come to know. She's going back to find what's left of her world she left behind not so long ago. on a midnight train to Georgia, going back to a simpler place and time. I'll be with her on a midnight train to Georgia. I'd rather live in her world than live without her in mine. She kept dreaming someday she'd be a star, but she found out the hard way, dreams don't always come true. So she's pawned all her hopes, and she sold her car, bought a one-way ticket back to the life she once knew. She's leaving on the midnight train to Georgia, going back to a simpler place and time. I'll be with her on the midnight train to Georgia. I'd rather live in her world than live without